Guys, it's Lego Hobo 910 here with another not really Lego video, I guess. Today I am reviewing this Mayka toy block tape by Zuru. It's for ages 3+. Basically what it is it's tape, except on one side it has Lego studs and it's made out of rubber. This is in the 2-wide version. There are also 4-wide versions and it comes in many colors. I have the black version. Comes in red, purple, green. I'm assuming it also comes in blue. It comes in all sorts of colors and probably some white. I don't know all the colors, but I have black, and you can see some of the other colors on the back here. You can cut, shape, stick, build, and also apparently you can remove and reuse. I will be testing that. It says it's compatible with all major brick brands. I will be testing that by, obviously, just some normal Lego bricks of various shapes and sizes, some studs and other such, a few plant pieces. I'm also going to be testing if a minifigure can stick, I just grab Batman. If a big fig can stick, I just grab Thanos. And also, just why not test to see if a horse can stick. So, I'm going to open this bad boyo up, gotten this removed, and when you open it up, you can see that it's connected into a little scroll wheel thing here. Just kind of stuck in there. It's a bit hard to unpackage, as you have this front plastic piece, and then the back kind of stronger plastic, and you have to go through and cut these tabs. It has little scissor marks here telling you to cut there, but that didn't really work, as you can see, so I just went around and cut like that. It's eventually open now, as you can see, and this package does seem to be fairly reusable. I haven't really tested thoroughly yet, as I have only just opened it, but it does seem like you can put it back in here. There's also what appears to be a little instruction thing. Use scissors carefully to cut. Remove the adhesive seal. Not recommended for painted surfaces. Okay. Yeah, just some kind of basic information here. So, as you can see, it said to cut it with scissors. Yeah, it's impossible to rip. I'm just gonna cut off, a small piece here. Kind of a, 2x6. Just so we can test it out a bit. Cuts fairly easily. You can also see you can cut it along there if you want. And obviously it's rubberized, so it can bend, so it may not stick as well as normal Lego bricks. It'll stick differently at least. So I'm pulling off the seal. It's a bit hard to get. There we go. I got it off. Here's what you use to stick it to things. I'll be sticking this to various surfaces throughout the video. I'll just set it down there. I probably shouldn't have taken off the backing here for what I'm about to do. But I'm just going to test it. Probably shouldn't have taken off the backing. Didn't really need to. Okay, it sticks fairly well. It's a bit weaker than normal Lego, but it's not too bad. Yeah, it appears to all be sticking fairly well. Not phenomenally, but I think it's good enough that it'll hold things up. Yeah, now I'm going to try sticking some more odd things, such as a grill plate. Yep, that sticks fine. Appears that everything is sticking just fine. Now we're going to test a minifigure here. Okay. Sticks fine. I'm going to actually stick the back of the minifigure legs here as if they're sitting down. Yeah, like I said, the clutch power isn't the greatest, but then again, it's rubber, so it's going to be weird and different. Yeah, it looks like it's about the same for all things. It's not particularly good or bad at anything. So I'm going to... Ooh, this sticks really well. Now I'm going to take this and stick this to other things and test it. Drywall, since it's a little bumpy, unlike my smooth recording studio. It appears to stick well. Just realized that's out of frame, so I'll re-stick it down here. Yeah, it appears to stick fairly well. As you can see, it's not coming off too easily. I mean, obviously you can take it off. So yeah, you can build sideways like this if you want, on walls and such. Now, how many bricks out can I take this before it falls off? I'm going to first try building it in a fairly structurally sound way. Just using these bricks that I grabbed. You see how far I can go out before it either A, falls off the tape. That doesn't count, so I kind of pushed it off. Before it either A, just falls off the tape from gravity, or just somehow, or maybe the tape entirely disconnects. As long as it's no longer sticking to the tape. Oop, that's actually stick. Yeah, once again, that was just me pushing it off. Like I said, it doesn't have the strongest clutch power, so I'll end up kind of knocking it off a few times. It appears to be able to hold out pretty far here. Yeah, I'm not having any problems. In fact, I'm gonna take this off and stick Batman there. Yeah, it appears to be holding just fine, as you can see on the wall here. It's 4 bricks and a minifigure out, so a little over 8 bricks. And it's having no problems. And also, if we pop this off, as you can see, it's still stuck to the wall. I'm gonna peel it off here. Yeah, it appears to have not taken much damage. You can see little pits from it, but it does seem to be fairly reusable. My shelves here to test to see how well it sticks to this metal. You might not be able to see it too well since it's black against black, so we'll do that, and then it doesn't appear to be as well, but that's also probably just because it doesn't, have as much surface, so let's pop that off. What if I wrap it around like that? Well, it appears to stick fairly well. It's also probably sticking a bit less than it would normally, because, I've been using it on other things. Now I'm going to head over to another surface. My Spider-Man Ultimate Bridge Battle to test how well it sticks to other Lego bricks. It appears to stick fairly well. In fact, it pulled out this removable section of wall before it came off. Yeah, it appears to work fairly well. This piece of tape is getting a bit worn out, so obviously it gets worn out a bit, and it doesn't appear to leave the surface too sticky. It's the slightest bit, but it's not too bad or too noticeable. There are a few kind of pits in it. That's mostly just from the drywall that I was sticking it to, so now I'm going to go stick it to something else. Get a stand up here anywhere, so I'm just holding it while I'm standing on a stool with things hanging from the ceiling in my face, so I can test it on the woodwork here. As you can see, I'm kind of high up, because here's a basement window, so it appears to be sticking. Shoot, I forgot Batman and the bricks, so I'm going to go grab those. Grabbed Batman and a few bricks, so we're just going to take these and stick. Appears to be working fairly well. It even sticks, hanging off a decent bit. You can really get creative with this and come up with all sorts of great ideas. Probably better ideas than I could come up with. Yeah, and it sticks just fine, hanging up like this. So it appears to work on drywall, metal shelves, wood, as well as, recording studio, slippery stuff. It appears to stick well to most things. I'm going to try actually sticking it to a curtain here. I think it's going to stick too well to the cloth here, but I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, it doesn't really stick. Just that I expected, because, it's cloth. It's not really going to stick well. Sticking it to this fiberglass here. Appears to stick just as well as everywhere else. And once again, doesn't really leave anything sticky. It appears to be just fine. Cool, it works well. That should be expected, but what's it for? What do you do with it? Well, okay, first of all, I just got this idea. I'm just going to have to quickly test it. That actually works surprisingly well. It was a bit out of frame. I'll do it again. Oop, didn't work quite as well that time. Not able to get it again. There we go. You can throw it and it actually sticks to stuff, which I think is kind of cool. But anyway, as I was saying, what is this supposed to be used for? Well, on the packaging it shows a few ideas. You can put it around walls and stuff to hang them. Or you can use it to hang Lego builds and get all sorts of crazy shapes build on the walls. What I think I might do with it is I might use it to help display minifigures. So I'm going to go quickly try that, and then I'll be right back. As well, it's 2 meters or 6.5 feet. I think I'm going to quickly measure that. Out on the ground, you'll just have to trust me that the other end is perfectly at 0. As you can see, it's currently a little under 76, or 66. But then when we put the other piece that I took off on there, it's actually a little over the 6.5 feet that it claims, which is pretty cool. Cut a length of this brick tape to go under my minifigure shelves. And the reason I want to do that is because I have a lot of shelves for collectible minifigures, except I'm eventually going to run out of space, and I also have some things like these keychains, rare minifigures, my Sig Fig mismolded thing, book exclusives that aren't really collectible minifigures, so shouldn't really be on these shelves that I think would be cool to put below. But before I do that, I'm going to take this piece we cut earlier, and I'm going to stick it to the wall, and I'm going to let it sit there for about 2 days, and then I'm going to come back, see if it's still stuck. I mean, obviously, I'll see, but I'll see if this lasts, I'll see before 2 days, but, because, I come down here a lot. But I'll just let that there for 2 days to see how well this sticks and how long it'll last. And then I will continue with this video, so see you in 2 days. This has been hanging here for almost 3 days. I put it up 2 days ago, 3 days ago, kind of late at night, and it's now early morning 3 days later, so it's been about 2.5 days. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's been about 2.5 days. It's still hanging up there, and it's pretty hard to remove. In fact, it seems like since it's been hanging here so long, it's kind of become part of the wall and is having a hard time coming off. Yeah, you can see some kind of indentations, but that's because, the walls have texture. So, I've concluded that this stuff, this won't come down. This is really strong and it'll stick for quite a while. So now I'm going to attach a long strip all the way along the bottom here. Now applied this long strip here to attach all my keychains and some other kind of weird exclusive minifigure type things too. And I think it looks pretty nice and it works really well. I used up about half of it here, as you can see, a little over half. Overall, I would say this Mayka Block Tape, it's really cool and unique, and you can do so many creative things with it. Plus, it's fairly sticky and will stay up for a long time. That's all, and peace.